setting girl for a small town blue. This town seems so small to me. I was used to the boulevard. I met you. I felt so hard and done. Now I never wanna leave. Oh, look, I'm here forever. We got moonlight all night. Lord, I pray I'm the next star. See tonight. Never lose this thing I found. You by my side. Whoa, I can do without the city lights. I fly so high when you're around. Yeah, my feet don't touch the ground. The things I've done and the places I've been just don't compare to stuff I'm in. It beats all I've ever seen. If you'd have told me a few years back, I still believe this place I'm at. Oh, I'd say you're living in a dream. Oh, look, I'm here forever. We got moonlight all night. Lord, I pray I'm the next star and see tonight. Never lose this thing we found. With you by my side. Whoa, I can do without the city lights. I fly so high when you're around. When my feet don't touch the ground. Moonlight all night. I could spray on the next star and see tonight. Never lose this thing we found. You by my side. Oh, I can do without the city lights. Fly so high when you're around. When my feet don't touch the ground. Whoa. Yeah, my feet don't touch the ground.
It's Samantha Rose, live and local. Terry Allen's Guitar Bar, Jerry Anderson in the studio with Samantha Rose. We've got Clay Cummins playing on the guitar as well. Hi, Sam.
What's up, Jerry?
I am so glad to have you back in the studio. We were talking about who we wanted to have back. And first of all, I want to apologize because your very first show happened on Super Bowl Sunday. Kind of a tough night for radio. And so that's why I've been trying to get you back in ever since then, just because we want people to know what's going on with you. And you know, because you're one of my favorites, of course, you know that. I think that, thank you. You're so sweet. I told you before we started recording, I said, this could seriously be like Samantha Rose Jukebox. I mean, we could just continue to request all the songs that we love. You just played my very favorite song that everybody does. It really is just one of my songs. I just love the whole idea of being so in love that your feet don't touch the ground. You know, we talk about love songs a lot, you and I, and you know, the way that we feel about stuff. You just played at Terry Allen's Guitar Bar just a week or so ago, and you had a whole table of friends with you.
Yes,
and I think this is probably the first time I've ever seen you there without your mom and your aunt.
I know. I was so glad that they came there too. And you were surprised.
Yes.
You were there as well. And, but all my friends are just now hitting 21. So
there
we can,
now we can hang out, right? Well, and Terry's, of course, is the perfect place to hang out. You know, what a great place. We tease all the time that Terry Allen's Guitar Bar, located 1816 Southwest 11th Street, got to get the address in there, is kind of like Cheers. You know, you walk in the door and everybody knows you. You know, you could probably go table to table to table to table and say, okay, what do you want to hear? You know what I mean? Because everybody knows who you are. And I think that the more you go in there, of course, the better it is. Yes. I cannot get out of there without hugging like 12 people. I love it.
Yes, I love it too. All good people there.
It's
always.
Awesome. And the same with playing, right? You on the stage, you're kind of the same way.
It's honestly that the sound there, and not only that, the environment, all of it, it's my favorite.
You know, we were just talking about some of the music that we have recorded from your acoustic show there a couple of weeks ago. And you said, I just absolutely love the way it sounds.
Makes me sound good.
Well, we can thank Tony Garrison for that. Tony is amazing, and he does such a good job for us. And we forget sometimes to thank him because we're way too busy going, hello, do you have some music for me? I need music by tomorrow. And we forget that he really works very, very hard to make you guys sound so, so good.
Yes. And I don't know how he works that thing. I look at it, I'm like, oh,
it's got a million buttons on it, doesn't it?
Literally.
And then he works on it from his tablet too, and I'm like, how in the world? But yeah,
technology these days.
He is very, very amazing. Tony Garrison from Guitar Bar. He's actually playing with the Terry Allen Band now. I mean, so he's a busy guy. Besides getting music for our radio show here Sunday nights at 7:00, he's also playing the drums there. Now, last time you were in here, we talked about something big that had just happened or was just getting ready to happen, and that was the release of your brand new video.
Yes.
Yeah, how exciting.
Hey,
Well, I have to tell you, it was very hard for me because you looked way too grown up in that video, and I've known you for so long. I mean, I still think of you as a little girl, not the little girl in your song, but as, you know, little girl Samantha Rose. Kind of hard to see you with a love interest in a video. Yeah. Was that hard for you to play?
It was, but I couldn't leave out my little right hook, so that made me feel more at home.
Yeah, no doubt.
That hasn't changed.
No doubt. And I absolutely loved the fact that Emily, your sister, got a cameo.
Yes.
How cool is that?
It was awesome. And
was she just so excited?
Oh, she was. And you know, she has no nerves.
I know.
Well, she was nervous. Like she was kind of being shy, and that's unheard of.
No, not for Emily.
Yeah. But
Emily has got the music in her. If you've ever been to a Samantha Rose show where Emily can get in, she is front and center, and she is dancing the night away to every single song that you do. And she knows every word to the songs. What is the one that she sings with you all the time? She's always singing all of them.
Oh, but I let her pull her up on stage to sing "What's Up with Me" by the Four Non Blondes.
Oh yeah,
and she gets a kick out of that. And while we're talking about her, she's in a pageant this weekend for Miss Amazing.
Really?
Yes, it's a big thing all around the world, and she's doing a dance and she's singing too with the dance.
Oh,
you know the girl
my
can dance.
Goodness, yes.
And when we were entering her, they were telling us, they were like, she could just get up there and kick a ball for her talent, and we're like,
you obviously do not know Emily Smith.
Yeah, I got a laugh out of that. Yeah, they don't know what to expect, but it's about to be awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, I cannot wait. You'll have to tell us all about it. I cannot wait to hear about that too. Emily Smith. Of course, Emily and my nephew Shane went to school together. They both have Down syndrome. And which doesn't mean anything at all because Shane is the smartest kid I've ever met in my life. You know, he got a job. He's working for Anderson Pharmacy Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. He's amazing, and they are amazing with him. So I mean, seriously, they can do anything. And Emily is Miss Amazing whether she wins this contest or not. She is totally amazing. Let's talk a little bit about Emily's song since we're talking about Emily. You said that Emily is probably more inspiration to you than anybody else in your life.
Oh yeah, I seriously wouldn't. They're just words, but if only people really knew how much she really, not just me, my whole family.
Yes.
And she reaches out to people all around us. I mean, you feel their vibe.
Oh, yeah.
They're so loving, and it's
Open.
yes. And
Yes.
having a bad day or not a bad day or anything, you can look at she'll come up to me and hug me and not even know I had a bad day.
Yeah.
And my day just got good. Thank you.
Yes,
But
yes, I
they're
agree.
just awesome. And yes, they are smart. Too smart for their own good.
Well, and she remembers everybody that she's ever met. I'm telling you right
Mm-hmm.
now, I haven't seen Emily in probably a year, but if I walked up to her, she would know exactly
Yep.
who I am and give me a great big old hug.
Memory of an elephant.
yes,
That's what I say.
It's amazing. Well, let's talk about her song, the song that you wrote.
The song I wrote
Was
for
this
her,
like one of the first songs that you wrote?
It was one of the first. It kind of is. It was one of those that I started writing it and then I wrote it, and I wasn't playing the guitar yet, so I was kind of trying to find a melody for it. And then once I did play the guitar, but I was literally
So did you have it like a
watching her.
poem? You had it like a poem that
It was like a little poem, just
Yeah.
words really, and but they rhymed. I like to rhyme.
I
But
like it when you do that too.
I just like to watch her, and she was really little. Like, so when you listen to the song "Playing House in the Living Room," she loves to play house. She's always loved to play house and stuff. Now she's too old for that.
Of course she is.
but she wants to play real house. I'm like, you just keep playing house. But yeah, that's and my feelings. That's how I wrote the song, really. But just watching her and feeling the way I have, and then growing up and adding a little more to it. That's true as well. Like the very end, how people have different faces, but
Yeah.
I wish I could change her places. I mean, she would definitely. We all take this life for granted a lot. 'Cause
Yeah.
we get all wrapped up in what's going on around us, and we forget a lot about what's really right and wrong. And but she doesn't forget.
No.
And she
And she'll
reminds
tell
me,
you, too.
Oh yeah, she reminds me every single day I see her. Every time I see her. So
Yeah, that's awesome. We're going to hear it now. It's Samantha Rose and Emily's song on K-Law 101.
Sunshine day, it was almost noon. She was playing house in the living room. Lord only knows how much she means to me. She likes running around, hanging with me all day, and people look at her a different way. A beautiful one of a kind, that's all I say. She's got a mind that runs for miles and has no end. And she introduces me to her imaginary friends. One song's made me who I am. And man, you ought to see her dance. Her superpower is to take away all the crazy things that happened that day, just by the smile that's on her face. And let me be the one to mention, she likes to be the center of attention, and she doesn't care about what you say, 'cause she's got a mind that runs for miles and has no end. And she introduces me to her imaginary friends. One song's made me who I am. And and she introduces me to her imaginary friend.